Welcome. One of your choices on the Canvas Pick 2 menu is the option to create a new quiz with stimulus. I'm going to guide you through that process. You can see that I'm in the example elementary course, which is in the GCSE Canvas Commons for both Ridpath and Deer Meadow teachers. From there, I am going to navigate, or from anywhere actually, if you've created your own course and have not used our template, you are going to navigate to the quizzes index, which is located right here. So navigate to the quizzes index and then choose the option to create a new quiz, the plus quiz in the upper right hand corner. From there, you are going to select the new quizzes option, new quizzes, and then you are going to select submit. This opens an area where you can name and provide basic details for the quiz. So I'm just going to call this quiz with stimulus example. You can see it's not take one, and I can provide a point value if needed. You can always go back and edit that later on. Your assignment grouping is only relevant if you are syncing your grades to Skyward. Please make sure you do not change any information in the submission type right here. Do not change any information there. And again, if you are not syncing to Skyward, make sure you uncheck that box. You can choose when the quiz is going to be due, and you can choose available from, which is when students can first see it, and until when they can no longer see it. So for example, if my due date is Monday, the students know they have to submit the quiz on Monday, but I can make it available until Wednesday. So they have 2 days to submit it. It will just be late. Then you can choose either save or save and publish. If you are building from the quizzes index as recommended, doesn't matter which option you choose because students won't be able to see it until we bring it into a module. So I'm going to go ahead and just click save for now and then show how to complete that process later on. This takes you into a different screen, and this is the new quiz format. Notice it's a little bit bigger screen, and you can build from here. So right here, the first thing you'll want to do is click to create your instructions. So your instructions go here. This is the rich content editor, but it looks a little bit different than it does in other places within Canvas because this build tool is a little bit different. So I'm going to select done, and then I'm going to hit the blue plus button to create a new quiz question. And I want a stimulus question right here. What is a stimulus question? A stimulus question splits the screen so that you have information on the left and questions on the right. And the students can see the question and the information at the same time. So any instructions that are specific to this particular item are going to go right here. You don't have to put anything there. As you can see, it is optional. But if there are specific instructions, you can add those right here. This is the content. As you can see, the content is right here. You can put anything in the content. You can put text in there. You can copy and paste text. You can type your own text. You could put a picture in there. You could put a data table in there. Anything that is allowable here, you can put into the content. So I'm not going to demonstrate all of those. I'm just going to take one example in which this might be useful. But again, you don't have to follow the example that I'm doing. If you want to put a quick data table in there and show how much plants grew in a week, that's fine too. I'm going to take this Hop on Pop from Dr. Seuss, obviously this read along, and you can do this for any YouTube video. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to select copy embed code. And from there, I am going to choose the media option, insert or edit media. I'm just demonstrating this one because I think it's a really fun one that's kind of hidden in how it can be done. And then I'm going to select embed, and then I'm going to paste that. And now you can see the video has been placed on the left side of the screen. Again, you don't have to do a video. You can do a data table. You can do a picture. You can just type some information in there. You can copy text from elsewhere if there's a text you want students to read. So then after I have done that, I'm going to hit add stimulus, add stimulus. And notice then, in my case, the video is going to be added. Oh, I must provide a title. I'm sorry for that. So stimulus example. So now I click add stimulus, there we go, and notice the stimulus appears on the left side of the screen. Now I have the ability to attach questions to that stimulus. So I'm going to select attach question, and I'm going to start with a multiple choice question because that's where most people start. There are obviously all the other types of questions are available, but let's start with a multiple choice because we want to build simple. The question title is not the question. Biggest point of confusion. The question title is not the question. This is a way for you to organize your questions. So as you start to build in Canvas, you may get hundreds or even thousands of questions. You want a way to organize them. If you don't have titles on your questions, it's really hard to find and identify questions if you want to reuse them in the future. There's a lot more to that, and we'll cover that as our experience with Canvas grows. But for now, I'm just going to call this question 1.1. Some teachers do them by standards, some do them by units, some do them by weeks. I'm just clicking and creating something very basic there so that I can identify that in the future. The question stem is the question itself. So if I just make this, who should you not hop on? Notice that I have 4 possible choices. The first one is automatically selected as the correct answer. That does not mean that I have to choose that as the correct answer. So let's say that I say brother, sister, pop, or dog. So now brother is incorrect. Hop on pop is the correct answer, so I can select pop right there. Notice that just because it defaults to the first bubble, I don't have to choose the first bubble as the correct option. I can choose pop and type it later on. I have the ability to provide feedback to students by clicking right here. So if you want to say like, sorry, that's not correct, you can type that right there, or you can just leave it very simple and have the correct answer shown. If you would like the choices to be shuffled, you can shuffle the choices right here so that all the students won't see pop as a third option. Some will see it as the first, some will see it as the fourth. There's a lot more you can do with this, but I don't want to dive into that now. I want to keep this nice and simple. There is the point total right there. Your point total here must match the point total when we created earlier. If it doesn't, and you sync to Skyward, that can cause a problem. But if you're just doing one or two questions, it shouldn't be an issue. And then we're going to select done, and that will attach this question to the stimulus. If you want to see what this looks like for students who are using the website, this is the website only, I'm going to show the app in just a moment. If you want to show what this is going to look like for students with the website, the preview button will work right here. And this shows you what students who are using the website, what this quiz will look like for them. Again, it may take just a moment to load, but we'll take a look and see what it looks like. And you can see there's the stimulus on the left, so students can watch the video entirely within Canvas, and then they have the ability to choose the correct response to your question right here. Again, this is only for students who are using the website. If your students are using the app, I will show you that in just a few moments. To get back to the main portion of Canvas, you are going to select Return, and then from there, you will see the quizzes index, and you should see your quiz located right here. Now, we need to get that quiz to students. So in order to do that, we're going to navigate to Modules. We're going to navigate to Modules, and here you have the daily module template that you're going to be working from, so you're going to place it under the appropriate subject for the day. I am going to just choose a science example here. I'm going to drop it under science for demonstration purposes only. So in this module, I'm going to hit the plus button, and then I am going to select assignment. Now, it seems a little counterintuitive because quiz is an option, but because it's a new quiz, it's actually an assignment. I won't get into all those reasons, but right here it says quiz with stimulus example. You can see it, quiz with stimulus example. I'm going to select add item. That item appears at the bottom, and by default, it is unpublished. To get it to science, I simply drag it up here under the science heading, the text heading, and then I'm going to click the three dots right here to increase the indentation so it appears like an outline, and I'm going to click this button right here to turn it on for students. Now students will have the ability to navigate to that quiz either on the website or on the app. Now let's take a look and see what it looks like on the app. Okay, let's take a look and see what a quiz with stimulus looks like for students who are using the Canvas app on their iPad. I'm going to select the course, then I'm going to select modules, and then there is the quiz with stimulus example. At the bottom, I will see the launch external tool, this large bar. And I will click there. It will take just a moment for the quiz to load. The quiz will then take up the entire screen. And you can click begin, or in my case resume, because I didn't get it on take number 1. And now I see the video on the left, and I see the choices on the right. If I click play, I'll try to mute this video. I can see that the video is going to play on the left side entirely within Canvas. Students don't have to leave Canvas to watch that video. And then on the right, I have the ability to choose the correct answer, which is obviously pop, and then I can select submit. Students will be prompted to verify they are in fact ready to submit. They tap submit again. It will take just a moment, and their quiz will be graded for them. At any point, they can press return or done, and they will be taken back to the Canvas app. To see the grades of any student who has submitted the quiz with stimulus that you created, you are going to locate grades in the course navigation, select grades. This will launch the Canvas Gradebook. From there, you are going to locate the assignment or the quiz, which is the quiz with stimulus example. I'm going to select the three dots. I'm going to select speed grader. That will launch the speed grader. From there, I am going to click the drop down, and I can see any student who has completed the assignment. So I can see that my demo student, Chuck Norris, is the only one who has completed that, and I see their quiz. I can add any comments, and then I can select submit if I would like. This gives you the ability to look at every question for every student. When you are done, you can simply press the gradebook right here to return to the gradebook, or the drop down to select additional students. If you would like to filter, you can select the gear and select options, and you can sort by students who have submitted, so that way you get all the students who submitted first and those who have not submitted after that. And then you can click Save Settings. Once you're done, again, click the gradebook right here to navigate back to the gradebook, and from there you can follow your breadcrumbs to get back to Canvas. This is a great tool. Hopefully you will find a use for the new quiz tool, and specifically the stimulus feature within the new quiz tool.